Okay, so I'm recording right now. So today is June the 5th, 2018. Yesterday, everybody got the fucking news. Microsoft. That Microsoft bought GitHub for $7.5 billion. And every developer is, okay, so not every, but a lot of developers that push code to GitHub are freaking out. Because when you see $7.5 billion next to the word Microsoft, it's scary. Of course it's fucking scary. So what they say is that, so GitHub has a shitload of developers that work on it. They have a lot of private companies that store their code to GitHub. And where was it? So GitHub will retain their developers' first ethos, and they will operate independently to open an open platform. Okay, so first things first, open platform. GitHub is not an open platform. There is some parts of GitHub that are open, but the site itself, the github.com website, the code of the website is not public. It is private source code. So if you see coding sites Wikipedia, there is a list on Wikipedia. I don't know if I can find it. No. Okay, you know what? GitHub Wikipedia. So I saw a Wikipedia article. There we go. Shit. That's the wrong one. So if we go and look for, there we go, comparison of open source code, comparison of source code hosting facilities. So if we look at GitHub, we see that server-side all free software, no, it is not open source. Client-side all free JS code, no. Required, okay, so that we don't care. And so a lot of people are moving to GitLab, which is understandable because it's a pretty nice hosting solution. So they have partial free software server side, that's good. Something that is nice though is that they have all free JavaScript code from the client side, which is super nice. Of course, they have the free community edition and the enterprise edition, which is like GitHub Enterprise, but it's GitLab Enterprise kinda. But like, so yeah, so GitHub is not an open platform. Developers will continue to be able to use the programming languages, tools, and operating systems of their choice for their project, and will still be able to deploy their code to any operating system, any cloud, or any device, which means that they want to tell people that GitHub is still going to be GitHub. You will still be able to push your code to Linux, Mac, Windows, anything you want. And it's not going to change. They're not going to put everything under Microsoft services, and yeah. Something that I think is nice is that the new GitHub CEO is going to be Nat Friedman, which is the founder of Xamarin. And so Xamarin was founded by Nat, this guy, and it was also founded by Miguel de Icaza. Sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong. And so this guy founded the GNOME project. GNOME, which is GNOME.org, which is the GUI made with the GNU project, which is entirely open source and free software. Sorry if my internet is slow, which is the GUI that a lot of people use, and GNOME technologies are around in a lot of ways. So yeah. So they're not putting like a Microsoft guy onto the head of GitHub because this guy knows how it works. And also the founder of GitHub, Chris Wanstra, or also known as Defunct, which is the guy that started GitHub. So yeah, this is the guy. And so he's going to work for Microsoft as a technical fellow or something, if I can find it. Yeah, anyway. See, yeah, here will become a Microsoft Technical Fellow, and so the new CEO and Chris are going to report to the Executive Vice President Scott Guthrie to work on strategic software initiatives. Okay, So what Microsoft say is that they're going to keep GitHub as it is, and I think they're going to implement like some Microsoft Cloud stuff and Azure. I think it's going to be like optional. They're not going to force you to, sorry for the webcam. They're not going to force you to use that. So if you want to use, I don't know, any server you want, I think they're going to keep it that way. So yeah, it's going to be income in financial 2020, all that bullshit. Now everybody's freaking out because, you know, as soon as they see the word Microsoft, they're going to fucking freak out because Microsoft is known in the past for having like a war to open source and free software. And they're also known to fucking destroy companies after they buy them. I mean, remember when they bought Skype? Now Skype, no one uses Skype because Skype has become bullshit. For example, now when you install Skype by default, it's going to redirect you. So if you go into downloads, they're going to redirect you to the new Microsoft Store app here to get their proprietary thing. It's even installed by default on Windows 10, which sucks. So yeah, and the app doesn't work that well. Actually, one of my family members tried to get Skype and the microphone and the webcam wasn't working. What we had to do is that we had to click here and get the classic Skype, the good functioning Skype. And this one had microphone and webcam working fine. So this is a good example to show that Microsoft ruined Skype because Skype now is fucking broken and no one uses it. We also have Minecraft. Minecraft, Microsoft bought Minecraft, and now Minecraft is completely broken. I mean, they changed so much. Now all they have their kids playing Minecraft, which is fine. I don't care. But the fact is that now we have fucking Minecraft on the Microsoft Store. We have a Minecraft Lite version, I think. We have Minecraft. We have like a shitload of Minecraft stuff, and so they ruined Minecraft. Nokia, you know, the good Nokia phones. Now it's fucking ruined. Now Nokia is completely fucking dead, almost. I don't know what they're doing right now. I think they're doing some health stuff, but they sold that to another one. Okay, so they have some Android phones now. Some health stuff. And that's it. They made the 3310, the good, the old. See, Nokia, they make some Nokia phones under Android. Because Microsoft fucking, they ruined Nokia. Now they're barely surviving. I don't know much about Nokia, I haven't followed them, so don't quote me on this. But yeah, the fact that, I mean, yeah, it sucks because I love GitHub. I'm using GitHub every day. I push code to GitHub because I love GitHub. It's very simple for me and I love the way it works. Fuck, I even have a fucking GitHub t-shirt. I have a GitHub mug. I mean, I love GitHub. This is why I put all my work here. And yet, everybody's fucking freaking out and moving to GitLab. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong repo. And, okay, something funny, GitLab is actually profiting GitLab. GitHub proposes now a tool to import all of your, where is it? They have a tool to import, yeah, there you go. Are you moving to GitLab? Now they have a tool to migrate all of your GitHub repos to GitLab. Because, well, everybody's freaking out. So yeah, that sucks. Personally, I'm going to stay on GitHub and continue to put my shit on GitHub like I've always done for the last 3-4 years. Yeah, almost 4 years. 3 years and a half. I'm going to stay on GitHub. But if I see that like in a couple of years or in a couple of months, GitHub is going to shit because of Microsoft, then I'll move to GitLab. People are just overreacting. And in fact, I mean, Microsoft now support open source. Visual Studio Code, which is an IDE made by Microsoft, is open source. Well, hold on. I'm going to get you the GitHub page. GitHub.com, Microsoft VS Code. There we go. They have a shitload. I mean, look, they have 51,000 stars on GitHub, which is just a number. But still, they contribute a lot to open source. Microsoft even fucking contributes to the Linux kernel. Back in the 2000s, Microsoft was telling that Linux is pure cancer, open source is bad. And now we have Microsoft contributing to the Linux kernel. They made a Linux distro, but yeah, why is Microsoft contributing to the Linux kernel? Contributor. There we go. So this is from 2009, and okay, so that was still with the old CEO, Stephen Ballmer. Developers. But yeah, now they completely moved. I mean, Visual Studio Code uses stuff. I mean, they use technology which is called Electron, that is made by GitHub. Now, okay, now it may make sense because Electron is made by GitHub, and now Microsoft owns GitHub, so they can basically do anything they want. But I don't think they will do, because it works well. I mean, yeah, I don't like Microsoft. I mean, I don't like them that much. I use Windows because to play games, and sometimes I prefer to work for certain tasks on Windows rather than Linux. But I have my Linux partition that I use almost every day, because Linux is a good operating system. I mean, GNU/Linux. It's a good operating system to develop. I hate developing stuff on Windows because Windows is bullshit. But I use Linux because I like it. But I'm getting off track. So yeah, about all this Microsoft buying GitHub freak out. People are overreacting. And who knows, maybe Microsoft is not going to fuck up this time. They're not going to turn GitHub into something bad. They're not going to kill GitHub. I don't think so. I don't think. Why would you buy a company for $7.5 billion, which is a good amount of money, but it's in Microsoft stock, I think. Yeah, in Microsoft stock. So okay, but still, it's a good amount of money, and I don't think GitHub employees are going to be removed, because they say that GitHub is going to stay independent company. Now that's what they say right now. You know, this is just some corporate stuff. Who knows, maybe like in 6 months or in 1 year, they're going to replace all GitHub staff with Microsoft staff. Who knows? Time will say. I hope they will not fuck it up, because GitHub is a good place to code. I mean, it's the home of millions of developers. See, 85 fucking repositories across the entire world in 10 years. That's a lot. 28 million, of developers worldwide. And most importantly, 1.8 million businesses and organizations worldwide. Now, I think a bunch of companies are going to leave GitHub, because now that it's Microsoft, I don't think they want to have anything to do with Microsoft. So a bunch of them are going to move to GitLab, I think. And I mean, it makes sense. I think if I had a company that stores code on GitHub, and then Microsoft buys GitHub, I'm sure I would freak out and just move. But don't move right now, because who knows, maybe it's going to be a good deal. Now, there is some reports that Microsoft is stealing code from developers to integrate them into Microsoft's services or or software, and that sucks because, well, why don't steal code, just pick the thing that works and just credit the author of the repo. But now I think it's going to be a different story, because since Microsoft is going to own GitHub, well, maybe they can use like some legal terms thingies to just bypass some laws and say that, well, we own GitHub, so technically we own the code that is there. Or I don't know, maybe they'll find something like this. And so they'll find a way or another to steal the code from the developers. And big companies publish their open source software on GitHub. I mean, for example, Apple, which is a big competitor to Microsoft. They have the Swift programming language on GitHub. They have a bunch of stuff on GitHub. What else do we have? I don't know. Amazon. Do Amazon have one? No. Yeah, I don't know. I know that Netflix have. Netflix is on GitHub. I mean, Microsoft have their Windows is this videos? Like they have their video player and subscription service, I think. Do they still have it? I don't know. They also have their their music subscription services, like to compete Spotify and Apple Music and all that shit. So yeah, people have a lot of mixed thoughts about GitHub being bought by Microsoft. I'm kind of scared a little bit because I like GitHub the way it is, and I don't want Microsoft to ruin it. I think it's going to happen at some point in time, but I hope that it's going to be how do I say that in English? Le plus tard possible in French. I don't know how to say that in English. Like as late as possible. I'll say it like this. So yeah. That sucks for GitHub, that sucks for developers. That doesn't suck for GitLab though. So yeah, I think if GitHub goes to shit, and I say that we cannot, that I personally cannot use GitHub anymore for my personal projects and stuff, then I'm going to move to GitLab. But I'm just a small guy. I mean, I don't do anything big. So I'm just a nobody. So yeah, that's my opinion on the GitHub thing. Everybody's freaking out. I think it's going to be okay. Who knows? Time will tell us. Thank you for watching. If you have any opinions, I mean, I'm sure you do have your opinion, put it down in the comments or on Twitter, or just go to my website to find me on Twitter, GitHub, Reddit, Vika, wherever you want to talk, or just shoot me an email or Telegram. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching and see you next time. And have a nice day.